Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Mindset versus Motivation. I am your host, Carla. And on today's video, I would like to talk about the emotionally unavailable mother or emotionally absent mother. Now, I went over 2 chapters of the book. I will be getting back to chapter 3, but I would just like to share my recent experience with my emotionally unavailable mother. Now, let me start off by saying this is not a big video to bash her. I'm sure she may love me, okay? And if you had an emotionally absent mother, you doubt whether or not they really loved you or if they really wanted to give birth to you. I understand all of these feelings. So I believe she may show her love in another way, which is monetary, okay? Like she feel like if she gives you money that she will love you. I mean, she loves you, or she's showing her love. They have a book called Love Languages, and other people show their love in many different ways. But that is based on the book is not enough. We need more than that, okay? So I've come to the conclusion that she's incapable of expressing her feelings and expressing herself and showing affection. So I don't look for it, okay? So this is what hit me recently. Recently, my aunt on my father's side of the family passed away. Now, I am the niece of that aunt, okay? So I went to the funeral, and then after the funeral and after the repast, I realized that my mother hasn't called me to see if I was doing okay, if I was all right, if I was, how I was feeling, or to check in on me, right? And it's 2 days later after the fact, and she still has not called to see how I was doing, okay? I don't expect it from her anymore. Also, I took a trip from Atlanta to Texas, and she didn't call to see if I was all right, if I made it safe, if none of that, right? Things that a mother who is affectionate, open, nurturing would do, okay? So the effects, in my opinion, of an emotionally absent mother is that you may end up being unable to express love if you don't work on it and fix it, and fix the cycle, break the cycle, okay? You may be unable to show your love. You may be able to express your feelings. You will not be able to trust people. You will always think that you're unprotected. Like you may even be paranoid at times, waiting for the other shoe to drop, because you didn't have that safety, that nurturing, that love, okay? The way you want love expressed to you, which is showing you that you're worthy, showing you that you are important, showing you that someone is there for you and really love you. So I wanted to say this, okay? If you have a emotionally absent mother who never in your life showed you that she loved you in the way, or expressed it to you in the way that you want and need, it is important to understand, and these are just my opinions. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm just going by experience, and I'm doing this channel to try to help women heal. If you have this type of mother, understand that you are not worthless. You are not like the scum of the earth. You are not a bad person. You are not, your behaviors come from the lack of love being expressed to you. That's why you carry on the way that you carry on through life, okay? Understand that you are, you should be loved properly. But first you have to love yourself. So I basically came to the conclusion, like I mentioned, that she's never going to change. She's, for whatever reason, I don't know why she does the things that she do, you know, and when I try to bring up, she'll just bring it up and express myself. She'll brush it off, you know, or whatever. So I have to, as I work with you all, and I'm at the same time working on myself and working on my issues, like that is one of the major issues in my life. So if you've never been shown love properly, then you don't know how it feels to be actually loved by someone. And that's the reason why you get into these relationships where it's chaos and DV and all this stuff that is not an example of love. No way, shape, or form. Okay, these hostile relationships, these volatile relationships, and you wonder why. You know, you're clingy and needy, and you may be smothering someone, and you don't know why, because you haven't been shown how to love properly from the person that you first came in contact with coming onto this planet, who was supposed to show you love, and they dropped the ball. Actually, the ball wasn't even in the game. Okay, the ball was somewhere out on the field somewhere. Okay, straight drop the ball, you know, on that. But you don't have to suffer anymore. Okay, once you recognize the problem, once you recognize what's going on inside of you, once you recognize how it's affecting your life, then you can fix it, you can change it, and move on. But first, in my opinion, the first thing you have to accept is that you may never get the love that you want from your mother. You may never get it, and you have to be okay with that, and you have to maneuver around that, okay, if you still are in contact with your mother. Because I know some mothers, the relationships got so out of order and crazy and chaotic and stressful and all of that, that they cut ties with their mother. So that's why I say, if you're still in contact with your mother, if you're still, and I think cutting ties is sort of, if it's really detrimental to you, then cutting ties is a way for you to be safe. Okay, but it's still not dealing with the problem, because the problem is still lingering, you know. And sometimes people will have closed ears. Sometimes people don't want to hear where they're flawed at, where they're not, you know, their issues. They don't want to hear their issues, okay? Because then that's saying that something's wrong with them. So they'll turn deaf ears to you sitting there saying, well, why do you do this? Or why don't you do this? Or why you never did this when I was a child? Or why you know, and you get into that, and they're just deaf ears. They don't hear you. They don't want to hear you. It's like talking to a brick wall. And that's why I'm saying it is important for you to accept the fact, no matter how old you are, that you may never, ever get that love from your mother the way you want. Okay, so that's all I have for this video. I will be back on track and back on schedule. Please like, share, and subscribe, and share my videos, and check out some other videos in my playlist. And y'all have a great day, and work on healing. You know, it's hurting. It's sometimes you get tired of hurting. Okay, you get so tired of hurting that you become numb. You don't want to become numb. You don't want to shut off your feelings or emotion towards people because of what one person has done to you. Okay, it's time to heal. It's time to move on. It's time to accept some things that you may not want to accept, and move forward in life, and work on yourself and become a better person. If you have children, break the cycle so you won't pass that on, or that cycle on, or that how, you know, generational curses or cycles, you don't pass that on to your children. Okay, do them a favor. So by working on yourself, you are helping your children. Okay, so that's all I have to say on this video, y'all. But for the most part, I'm going to have a great day. Every day is a great day because you live to see another day. If you make it through the day, you can make it through the week. If you make it through the week, you can make it through the month. If you make it through a month, you can make it through the year. So don't give up. And I will see you all on the next one.